how smart you are as a man is still not necessarily considered sexy unless you got the looks, the power, the confidence, and humor, but mostly looks and power. All right, so apparently some women don't want to date Asian dudes because we're too smart. What? Let's talk about it. All right, while I'm waiting for my F train, let's just effing, while I'm trying to survive this heat wave in New York City in the underground subway system, let's run these viral clips, because people sent them to me.
What race would you not date?
Asian, 100%.
That's the first one. How come?
I just don't f with Asians.
So what about them? Do you not fuck?
They're too smart for me. Yeah, they're too smart for me. Sometimes they use words that I just don't understand.
What is one race you would never date?
I don't think I would date Asian people. Like, they're very nice, but I don't know. I feel like they're really smart, and I don't really like smart people.
Okay, I get it. There are some reactions that are coming to mind, but let's have a discussion about this because I have about 6 thoughts and 6 reasons why people are saying this still in 2025. And I know a lot of people can write these off like, oh, these are just silly little clips from silly people that are drunk, but you know what? I think there's a lot more to it. And by the way, I think the funniest part is when you're sitting on the subway platform, it feels like a sauna, but once you jump into the subway car, it feels like a refrigerator. All right, everybody, I made it to Bryant Park. I'm gonna finish the rest of the video here. It's a nice park. All right, everybody, I think first off, you can easily write these people off. Write these off as trolley comments. These are young people who are partying, possibly intoxicated, trying to make a soundbite. So really, who cares what they think? And I think that that is a fair, logical reason, just because of how much trolley stuff is on the internet. And also, these are cherry-picked clips. Obviously, there are plenty of clips across the internet praising Asian guys. Plenty of women date Asian guys. Always there's women in the comment section defending Asian guys whenever videos like this pop up, saying, oh, Asian guys are actually great, or I've had good experiences, or they're not as small as you think, stuff like that. So that's always cool. So I think you can write these people off as stupid because, listen, on the internet, if there is a silly person or someone that you're not supposed to take seriously and they say something really stupid or disagreeable, I mean, if they're not supposed to be an authority on anything, then you don't have to take them as an authority on anything, even if they're cute. Debatable if these girls are cute, but you know what I mean. But actually, the harsh truth is that this opinion does kind of represent a portion of women in America. Still a portion of people in general. Let's peep these guys playing. What game is this? I don't even know what game that is. Perhaps I'm not cultured enough. Oh my gosh, I am hot. So point number 2 is that these people are just saying, bless you. These people are just saying that Asian guys are too smart to date, because they're actually using that as coded language just to say that Asian guys are boring, emasculated, dorky, or unattractive. No, these women actually don't hate smart guys. Maybe they do, but the chances are that they're just trying to use it as an excuse without saying more worse things about Asian guys, because they know they're still being filmed. Obviously, this is true because no guy who's being interviewed in the same setting would say the same thing about Asian women, being that Asian women and Asian men do share some of the same stereotypes. Bro, I wouldn't date Asian girls because, like, they're just too smart and nice, yeah. Like, they're too smart for my airheaded ass, yeah. No dude's saying that. They're like, oh yeah, Asian chicks, fire. And again, even though Asian guys do kind of get hated on or invisibilized or they get underrated often, obviously we've seen leaps and bounds in how Asian men are perceived in society, in real life, and in media over the past 10 years. So we're in a much better place, as we always say. However, there's still a lot of work to do. But the harsh truth is that intelligence and brains is not considered sexy if it is not also combined with confidence, humor, power, or looks. You hear me? How smart you are as a man is still not necessarily considered sexy unless you got the looks, the power, the confidence, and humor, but mostly looks and power. So maybe one way that you could look at it as an Asian guy is how to get your power up, because that's still a question to this day, even though Asian guys are doing a lot better and perceived as regular human beings, finally, sort of. Point number 3 is that not everybody is attracted to the K-pop and K-drama images that they've been, you know, exposed to in media. Obviously, on our channel, we well document the leaps and bounds that, you know, K-pop and K-dramas have done for the perceptions of Asian guys globally, particularly East Asian men, but also all kind of Asian guys who kind of fall within the radius of it. But yeah, so not all women are attracted to that image, obviously. You know, a lot of people, maybe if these girls had been forced to sit down and watch Physical 100, I don't know if they'd feel any differently, maybe. but it's really important what people consume during their formative years. And in America, generally the formative years for women is considered 9 to 17, and for men it's 9 to 15. So what type of images and mental categories that they are exposed to growing up really matters. So now media cannot really brainwash you if you're raised a certain way or if your environment is a certain way. I don't think media really trumps that, but media does give you these categories in your mind and places to slot people into, you know? But ultimately, if for a girl or guy to be attracted to a certain type of person early on, they need to have some type of emotional connection or some type of emotional imprint of that image of person. So that's why, I guess, obviously these girls probably don't watch K-dramas, and they probably don't know a lot of Asians. They probably don't even know Filipinos or Vietnamese people, or, you know, they really just don't know that many Asians, at least in their immediate circle. And funny enough, actually some Asian women still are not exposed to a wide breadth of Asian guys growing up to this day, depending on the environment. I mean, I've met Asian girls who are from Hawaii and from California who are not interested in Asian guys, which is fine. Everybody can have their preference, but I'm always curious to hear the reasons. Point number 4, when a girl thinks of somebody Asian, they are probably thinking of the most stereotypical type of Asian. And yeah, I mean, I think this happens because stereotypes are a shortcut. It's a heuristic. It's a shortcut in your mind that you jump to. So especially when the girl is intoxicated or just kind of like saying whatever, and you're just trying to make the quickest connection you have, you're just thinking of the most stereotypical type of Asian person you can think of, which in their minds is not attractive. But I do always want to shout out that there's always a lot of Southeast Asian guys in the comments to remind everybody, like, hey, yo, like, we're not like that, or like, yo, she needs to meet Filipino guys, or she needs to meet the Viet guys or the Lao guys. She would be more into that. Yeah, honestly, I agree. Probably. That's probably what they want. But, you know, I'm not here to ever tell, like, Asian guys, oh, you all got to get buff and get tats, you know, even though I got a tat. But I don't think that that's necessarily, I'm not telling people not to be nerdy and not to be scientific and not to be, like, good at math, because I don't think that's necessarily the right solution either. By the way, I'm sweating a lot. It's very humid. It feels like Asia. Isn't that funny? The climate is like Asia right now. Maybe Southeast Asia, actually. Definitely like Hong Kong and below. Okay, and last but not least, I think this just goes on to speak to the anti-intellectualism that's going on in America right now. I think that there is this sense that maybe things in the world got so nice in America that you don't have to think about anything smart, that you don't need smart people, or that you don't need good math scores, you don't need good SAT scores. Well, you know what? If Asians represent the smart people in society and the smart people are not sexy, then yeah, I would say that this would kind of go along with what a lot of people agree is happening in a macro way in America, where people are kind of like, they're kind of just focused on what's cool and hot and gets likes and gets streams and gets views, which, you know, there's nothing really wrong with it, but if everybody thinks like that, then you're just going to be going into what gives people dopamine. And honestly, being smart and intellectual doesn't always give you dopamine. It's not always the fun kind of like wild stuff. It's actually just the stuff you have to sit down and learn. Now, maybe AI will do a lot of that work for us, but honestly, you're still going to need smart people to run AI, or else then AI will just own us all, because everybody will be dumb and AI will be 100 times smarter than us. Think about it. All right, guys, you guys. Yo, check out this ping pong game, man. This is riveting. Oh, this is like the World Games, man. Let's go.
Yo, I watch him. That's Fung Bros.
Oh shit, what's up? Oh yeah. What's good? What's up, guys?
Yo,
Yeah. Yourself.
My name is Connor Lewis Agrippa from New York City. That's my boy Shane right here.
Yeah, bro. My name is Shane. You know, we just out here chilling. You know.
Yo, playing ping pong. What? You said you were watching me since you were like 9.
Since 9 years old, yeah.
What kind of videos did you watch of ours? Do you remember?
Video. I'll be watching since the basketball videos. We used to Chinatown eating good food. Yeah, and I used to go to the spot the next. Yeah. It was good times, man. It was really nostalgic. Really seeing you for the first time is amazing.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yo, y'all have a good summer, all right?
Yeah, picture with you.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's do a picture. Oh. Okay, nice volley. Okay. So anyways, as you can see, man, plenty of people out there showing Asian guys love. We got some fans out here, and shout out to them. But anyways, let me know what you think about what I said down below. Again, I don't think these videos need to be taken too seriously. Again, I'm not hurt by them. Don't put your emotions into them. But I do think that they do spark a conversation, because I do think that it still echoes feelings that some people have, and not everybody has to like Asian guys, not everybody has to do this. But I will say this, people really are not afraid to say they don't like Asian guys. They still are not treating us with care. We're still not a protected group. You don't have to worry about our feelings. Oh, nothing can hurt our feelings. In fact, our feelings don't matter, actually. It kind of feels like that, but, you know, in time. So that's why it's okay to call these people out sometimes, at least on the internet. But remember, protect your energy. Don't let stupid clips of random people on the internet really affect how you feel about yourself. That's the key. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It is, I believe it's like 94 degrees right now. But the sun doesn't hurt too bad. It's not scorching because I'm away from the sun, but it is definitely, I'm sweating a lot. All right, let's go. Oh shit, what's up? Shout out to the graduation.